Hello? Hello? Hi. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Buzz. Hi, Arson. How are you guys doing? Echo, you hacking redacted. What did you just call me? In my own stream? What did you just call me in my own stream, Buzz? Hey, yo, my lack of space on my phone has massively cockblocked me from making more Genshin. No! I'm sorry, Arson. Whoa, how are you guys doing? I have a confession to make. I have a confession to make. I was gonna call you redacted. That's what I call. How dare you? On my own stream. On my own stream. I find the joke funnier than I should. Okay. So you got the sponsor thing if I go straight to PC? No, you have to get to AR 6 or 8 on your phone before switching to PC, unfortunately. It's unfortunate. Um, I have a confession to make, guys. Um, in that I was going to wait until today to do my Scaramouche pulls. And then the update happened on Tuesday night, and I couldn't wait. I overestimated how much patience I would have to wait to wish for him. So like if I switch over to the game right now, if I switch over, here he is. Look at my boy. Um but anyways, back to this real quick. Um it's my boy. It's my Blorbo. So let me do the introduction of the. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this music and unmute the game, even though there's not a whole lot of sound happening right now. Um, certified boy moment. True. So introduction. Shut the fuck up, phone. Oh my gosh, I've already messed up. Oh no, I'm supposed to be being PG. All right, it'll be fine. It's PG-13. I get one F word. That's how that works, right? Anyway, if you don't know, we're doing the sponsored stream today with the Genshin Impact Yale. Hi Talia, how's it going? Doing a sponsored stream today. So if you have had any interest in playing Genshin Impact or would like to support me, you can use my link or this QR code right here, or exclamation mark Genshin in the chat. And I think the bot is set to do it send the link every 10 minutes right now. And if you download Genshin on your phone and you get to adventure rank 6 or 8, that helps support me. Thank you, bot, for doing that. Good timing. That helps support me, and I would really appreciate it. With that being said, let's play the game. Because 3.3 came out on Tuesday, and I have been avoiding things. I technically did start the new quest because I happened upon it because I was just trying to go to the Sanctuary Sarasthana, and just going near there triggered the quest start. But essentially, we heard some men talking. Um, I don't remember about what, honestly. But I will probably do that today. But first of all, here's my boy. He can fly. I love him. He's so much fun to play. So I've got. Thank you. I've got plans. I've got to do my dailies. Subtitles just said men talking. That's really. That might as well have been what happened because I don't remember what they were talking about. Um, so I've been mostly avoiding the update stuff. I did last night play a little bit of the TCG because I was drinking and I was like, I want to.
Ferret.
Thank you, thank you for that. I was drinking a little bit last night and I was like, I want to play the TCG. I want to try it out, and it's actually a lot of fun. So if you don't know, they have added a trading card game in Genshin now. It's called Genius Invocation TCG, which I will probably play some of later. But right now, I'm going to do my dailies, and then I'm going to do a couple of weekly boss fights, and then I'm gonna farm some artifacts because they also added a new artifact set, which is they added two. One of which is like his like best in slot set that's like specifically geared towards him. Kind of like how when they added Echoes of an Offering and Vermilion Hereafter, it was specifically for Ayato and Xiao. Thank you, Ashton, for the command. Where are my dailies? They're set in Sumeru right now because I'm trying to get some world quests. Over here. Shut up! Not you guys. My phone. My phone is being loud. He's just like... He's just a silly little guy. And I love... He's such... How do I say this in PG terms? He's a... They kept his personality. It's great. I love it. Like... Hold on. Profile. Voiceover. What's a good one?
There's no such thing as pure free. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
I love him.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
You'll probably hear plenty of those because those three are his idle lines. I love his "when it rains" line.
You want to use my hat as an umbrella? The audacity to even make that request.
I love him.
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish.
He's quite literally one of my favorite characters. Like, my favorite character. Which is still kind of wild to me. I changed my picture from Venti. And my picture has been Venti since I got him. I don't even know when. So it was like the end of an era, honestly, for me to change my picture from Venti. And I'm just very excited that he's here. I actually have him at C1, and we're not going to talk about that. I have him at C1, and I have his signature weapon. Quit following me. I love that, too. Sometimes when you run, he says, quit following me. Like, it's very just, like, he's here against his will. And I think it's hilarious. He is on my team against his will. How's everyone's week's been, by the way? I've had a tiring week. It was major relief week at my job, and I wasn't having a good time. But I'm happy the week is over. Mood? Is it just a tiring week overall for everybody? Because I understand. I wonder if I can shoot that guy down from here. Do I have the aim to do it? Well, it didn't knock him off, but I did shoot him. Oh, that one didn't hit. Alright. Can you get down from there? Thanks. Burst forth. Where are you going, my guy? What's happening?
Too slow. Cry loud.
Spent 2 days with the kids at my new job and got sick. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Arson. That sucks.
Squall fury.
That really sucks, Arson. I'm so sorry. Just got back from getting meds. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Also, the name of this daily is Good Medicine is Hard to Come By, which is timely. On the upside, I'm moving into my new place tomorrow. Heck yeah! That's exciting. Where's this daily?
Behold! Search for it.
There it is. Hello. Who are you? This condition is tricky. I better get Doctor Zacharia's help. Is someone gravely ill? Huh? A traveler. Nobody's gravely ill. It's just that a patient's got a severe case of a headache. I gave him some medicine, but it didn't really work that well. Have you tried prescribing other medicine? That would have been far beyond me. You see, with my limited experience, I can only come up with this many prescriptions. They can treat mild conditions alright, but when it comes to serious ones, they're next to useless. Luckily, Dr. Zachariah is Bismarten and, by Marston. I can't read. I'm Echo 24 and I never learned how to read. By Marston has offered to prescribe medicine and get the ingredients ready for me. Traveler, can I ask you a favor? I've got some patients to attend to, so could you visit Dr. Zachariah? Is it Dr. Zachariah or Zachariah? Academia. So it's Ia, yeah. If I go by the same kind of spelling and sound, so it'd be Zachariah. In my stead and ask him to prescribe something. Leave it to me. Does that mean I'm going to the academia? Because it sounded like they were a person at the academia. Yep. Dr. Zucchini.
Swallow Fury.
Is my hero at the academia? I'm having more and more patience lately. About Maruf. Maruf, did he run into some little understood illness again? Describe the condition Maruf is treating. How many times have I told him he's fully capable of handling something this simple on his own without needing my help? Yeah, just give him ibuprofen. It's just a headache. But the patients are exaggerating their discomfort again, thinking that a mere village doctor is unable to treat their serious illness. That's why Maruf wants my prescription to reassure them. Looking after the villagers for so many years has definitely not been an easy task for Maruf. I laughed to cope. My Meow Meow got impaled in B&HA. Oh no. I'll write up a prescription right away. Please take note, traveler. Remember, Maruf is treating a patient with a headache. I see. To treat headaches, the prescription that I gave him last time will do. Brew up an herbal soup out of the ingredients listed in the prescription and add 3 portions of mint. Mint. Stabbed? Terminology unclear. Well, when you said impaled, that just reminded me of Olaf and Frozen being like, oh, would you look at that? I've been impaled. So they keep pulling... okay, so 3 mint, high flame, boil until the ingredients float. I can remember that without having to look at the prescription. Because it's definitely going to... Since those were highlighted, it's definitely going to make me select and say the right things. To be honest, I wouldn't say what I prescribed as medicine. Instead, it's more of a... How should I put it? Well, it's more of a mild, nutritious supplement. One can be as creative as they want with the prescription. The worst thing they might end up with is a useless soup, that's all. Mint sounds like men, which is pretty gay. Actually, all Maruf has to do to adjust his original prescription very slightly. Why couldn't he put more trust in himself? Okay, mint, high flame... What's the last part? Heck. I do have to look at it now. Hold on. This? No. This one? Mint, high flame, the herbs float. Okay.
Quit following me.
Quit following me. Just doing the event challenge, what's up? I'm doing my dailies. I was just trying to remember what the person told me to tell this person. Okay. Soup you prescribed as last time as the base. I see, let me check the instructions more carefully. Ah, okay. He can't read the writing, that's why I have to remember. Told you how to brew it and what ingredients are needed, right? Watch my steps, let me know if I make any mistakes. The ingredients are totally unintelligible. Mint. How do I brew it? High flame. until the ingredients float. I did it. How's the event? I haven't looked at the event yet either. Got it. Allow me to check the prescription one more time just in case I missed something. Murph, starts brewing the medicine. The soup looks nice. Good soup. Thank you, Traveler. Here, this is for you. When I'm finished, I'll try it myself first. Ooh, I got an achievement. Murph make out the prescription correctly. Heck yeah. It's a, when I glanced at it earlier, it's a combat event, right, Talia? That's underground. That one's definitely underground. I think this one's not underground. This is just, like, right inside the mausoleum. Yeah, there we go. There's a triangle. I don't want to fight the triangle. Oh, this thing.
The wind rises. You dare to gaze upon me? Burst forth.
Pew pew.
You're mine. No time to lose.
Where do you think you're going?
Behold.
His playstyle is so fun. Bring back between your stream and Kenzie's. Sorry if I missed anything. No, you're fine. I'm about to TCG. I just finished my daily, so I'm going to do a couple of weekly boss fights. I condensed all my resin before remembering that I was going to do weekly boss fights, so I used one of my fragile to give myself enough for 2 boss fights. I'm just going to do the 2 today. Because the rest of my fragile resin is going to go to farming artifacts.
Thank you for
Add Astra Abyssosk. Haven't done your weeklies? Do you want help with them at some point? Because I'm going to fight them in my world because I have the level 90 versions, but like, try to do Asia. Yeah, not right now, because, I mean, I could do it afterwards, but I do want to, like, actually get my rewards from my world for the level 90 versions. I'm going to take Skara to fight himself. Alright, who will I take for this also? I think definitely Zhongli. Trust no one, not even yourself. Hi, Abby. I'm trying to remember what the things that you need to fight to not get hit by the big attack are weak to. I want to say it's like Dendro and like maybe Electro. Kale's not built. Might also be Pyro, but D-Luke can't hit those. Maybe if I steal D-Luke's artifacts and give them to Yanfei, who, by the way, I have C6 because she wouldn't leave me alone earlier. I have all of the 4 stars on the current banner C6 right now. They're Yanfei, Faruzan, and Goro. I have all of them C6 now. Kaya, do you have your artifacts, or are they on Diana? We're gonna find out.
Interesting.
What are these things weak to? Lists a couple of options that I think are correct. Does none of those options. It's fine. So look at this thing. I love this fight. 1, I love him. 2, I love the music. 3, I love this thing. This Neo Akasha terminal. It's so cute. Okay. Do you have artifacts? You do have artifacts on. Fantastic. What's up, my guy? I'm here to fight you with yourself. Alright. Before I do that. This and that. And that.
Too slow.
Bow before me, worm.
Quit following.
Feeble human.
The wind rises.
Insignificant pest. Solidify.
I should actually go and grab these things.
This is order. Cool it. Be still.
At my command, you shall fall.
Yeah?
Insignificant pest.
So fun. He's so fun to play, guys. I love his playstyle. If you're not something you're gonna get bonked with an ad in about 5 minutes, I apologize. It's just to disable pre-rolls. Also, the music in this boss fight is really, really freaking good.
Solidify.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Doesn't run the ad will be forced to stream Atari 5,200. Scarbot's wasted snatch. True.
Burn to oblivion.
Oh god. Did I miss? I did not miss. Crazy. Give me that.
What's the hurry?
And that. That's for me.
Is pain.
He's got that hourglass figure. It's not the stream, I'm not supposed to swear. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. I did accidentally say one earlier and I was like, oh no. Stay there. Thank you.
Good riddance, cruel world.
Okay, and now I need to come over here and do this.
Solidify. Swarm fury.
Okay, and now I need... I missed. I fully missed. Because the screen is being weird. I can't do anything. There we go. Okay.
Possible.
Is it? Is it not possible? Well, it almost wasn't possible for me to shoot you, so, you know?
The devil's back.
Don't get frostbite. Behold.
Know your place.
Nice. Oh, his voice lines at the end of the fight make me so sad every time. Oh, I love him. I normally don't have problems aiming that. It's just like, it was weird. Okay, hold on. I need to write this down. Write this down in my Ascension planner. Okay, one of those, one of those. One, and 4. I have to delete my own messages for some reason, though. It's fine. The part is so hard, it's really hard to aim that thing. Like I said, I don't normally have issues with it, but, like, you know, it's whatever. Wow, okay, you're doing insane damage. Thank you. Have I shown... Hold on. Let me show you guys his crit rate right now. Because right now he's borrowing Hazo's artifacts until I get good stuff from his set. But let me show y'all his stats right now, his attributes. Look at this crit ratio. It's kind of insane.
Relax.
Let me throw some good hot drink. What kind of hot drink? Animal Catalyst boys be doing numbers. They really do. This crit ratio is insane. I'm not over it. Wendy's hot drinks training video .mp4. Honey, lemon juice, ginger cordial, and hot water. Ooh. Almost like Talia juice. What is Talia juice? Oh, we didn't collect these. Alright, who else do I need to fight? Okay, so the next 2 people I'm building have all of their things. I need to fight Senora. Oh, but you know what? I need to fight Senora. But instead I'm going to fight the Shogun, because I said I'd take him to fight the Shogun. Because, like... that's his mom. Spoiler alert. That's his mom. Give it to... oh, wait. Tally juice is just hot water with lemon and honey.
Pure freedom in this world.
I used to give it to people during the cold months when I worked at Culver's. I like ginger too, we just didn't have it there. Okay. Alright, who am I gonna take to fight his mom? Definitely not this team exactly. I think I'll just replace you with you.
In the name of the princessin.
Because I need to take Electro. So I'll be like, on my way to fight my mom, haha. True. Alright. Let's go fight his fucking mom, you guys. TikTok TTS fighting my mom to the death in the plane of Euthymia. Alright, hold on. Hold on, ma'am. Ma'am, just like 2 seconds. Alright.
Strike dead.
Cool it.
Fighting my mom to the death in the plane of Euthymia.
The eye sweeps the land. Shattered.
Not you. Not you.
Watch this. Wind rises. You're dead.
Ow.
How amusing.
No.
Inferior.
Gather.
Strike dead.
Cool it.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
I'm gonna give him a little snack super duper quick. As if people on TikTok can say the word dead. But, like, you're kind of right, though. Why are you kind of right, though? Okay.
Stabilize.
Okay.
Witness the final calamity. Royal decree.
I wonder if this can last for this entire thing. Yo, almost though.
Solidify.
There is no escape. Purge all obstacles.
Yeah, no, it's so nice.
Free. Stabilize.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen. The wind rises. Bow your head. Squall and fury.
Lightning, obey me.
That's
Ow.
far enough.
Solidify. Order guide you.
She moved! Bitch! Oh god. I'm terrible.
Illusions about distractions.
Too slow.
Are there 4? I thought there were 3. What? Oh, there she is.
Stabilize.
Your verdict is decided. This worry, a fleeting shadow.
Know your place.
This body.
There's something about him saying know your place to A that's... I'm thinking thoughts.
Wind rises.
Purge all obstacles.
Also, I'm sorry, I will catch up on chat after this fight.
Upon the gale.
Perish.
Dodge this.
Stabilize. I will have order.
No! Don't do it!
Witness the final calamity.
I can definitely do this, like, before this... Before the... Yep, there it is. Dope. Alright. Let me catch up on things. Hey, Tara, I never noticed you had this scar on your lip. Where'd that come from? Well, you know how my mom's whole thing is pulling a sword from her breast? When I was a baby? Yeah, yeah. When Zhongli is trying to make gelatin dessert, he just look at the fridge and be like, solidify! Alright, now's a good time for me to talk about this, because it's gonna happen a lot, this time. But we are doing a sponsored Genshin Impact stream. If you would like to support me for free, and you have the space on your phone, and don't already have an account on your phone, you can use my link, with exclamation mark Genshin, or the bot sent it in chat, or this QR code here. And if you download it through my link, and get to adventure rank 6 or 8, it'd be a great way to support me. Genshin Impact's a lot of fun. It is my favorite game right now. I've been back playing since February, and it's like I play pretty much daily. It's so much fun for me. And I'm really, really happy about this sponsorship. Because I love Genshin Impact. This is my favorite character, and he's finally playable after 2 years. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You can wish for the characters that you like in the story. The story has made me cry many times in, like, a good way. And I love it. So, if you have ever thought about giving Genshin a try, I highly recommend it, and it would be really, really helpful to me if you download it through my link. You do have to get to Adventuring 6 or 8 on your phone, on your mobile device, if you use my link and you want to support me with it. But after that, you can switch to PC or PlayStation. Even about the crying. I'm not gonna go into details, but the Chasm quest... No space is like 15 gigabytes. Yeah. 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 I don't know why I did that. I just needed to heal. Alright. The Chasm Quest. Messed me up. Both of them. Actually, both of the Chasm Quests made me cry. So many tears. I have an emotional attachment to some characters in this game and messed me up. Anyways. I am going to go here. And I'm gonna do this. I've got 17 fragile resin, and I'm gonna be using some of that today because I'm going to farm the new artifact set for this boy. Gonna get foodie back in a bit. Alright, have good food. Alright, I should just have 4? Yeah. I accidentally let my resin cap earlier because I logged into Genshin over my lunch break, as I normally do. And I was going to condense my resin, and then I got distracted. And just played like a round of the TCG. Whoops. Anyways, so this is one of the new things. It's this domain right here. In the desert. The TCG is stupid fun. It's so fun! Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do, actually, is I've been, like, taking, like, Venti and then, like, a couple people to swirl with. But, like,
demons is what I do.
what if I just, like... What if I just did
What's that?
this?
Join you for a walk?
Think we're gonna challenge some fools later? I haven't gotten to the level to be able to play multiplayer with it. Because I haven't played a whole lot of it. But it looks, it is so much fun. And I will play some of that after I do some artifact farming.
Time for takeoff.
The wind rises. Bow your head. Boring.
Let's play.
Squall Fury.
Ow.
You're dead. Search for it.
Yahoo!
NPCs and like the PCs you can challenge. I think Kai is the first one. Maybe. I'm still doing the ones that are just like around Mondstadt. Ooh. At the timepiece, so attack main stat is good. Give me that.
Here we go.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have Venti bursted first. No!
Dare to gaze upon me?
Fine, I can do that now.
Get away.
Squall, that's far enough.
No, Scarra!
Let's play.
Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here.
I'm still thinking about the muffled fischl sounds from the from the quest to become a TCG player. It was so funny. So for anyone who hasn't played or doesn't play Genshin, or hasn't done the new TCG stuff, in order to become a TCG player, you have to win like 3 battles. You have to win like 3 duels. And one of them is you fight Mitchell, and she's just behind a closed door when the fight is set. And so you just hear her rambling from behind the closed door, and it's so funny. I have to be silent for a bit, but I'm still here. Okay. Love you, Talia.
Wouldn't like. Time for takeoff.
Know your place.
Wouldn't like. Here we go.
Hi, Echo, how do you do? I'm in the airport for a 16-hour flight. Hi, Dukes. I'm good, how are you? Doing a little Genshin in my sponsor stream. I hope you have a good flight. I hope it's a easy flight. And 16 hours is a long time. I'm so sorry.
Think you can get away?
Ow.
How amusing. You dare to gaze upon me? Evil conquering.
I love this domain being, like, specifically animo stuff. Because in case anyone is unaware, animo is my favorite element, and, like, all of the animo boys are, like, my favorite characters. I have some favorite characters outside of the animo boys. I have, like, 9 favorite characters. Blorbos, if you will. 5 of them are animo boys. Chris.
Be still.
Time for takeoff.
Bow your head.
Brace yourself.
The wind rises.
Okay. I think I'm gonna, like, switch off between artifact farming and doing other things, so it's not just a long period of me farming artifacts. I will probably farm some more, though, before the end of the stream. But I think right now, I'm going to go continue with the TCG stuff, because it's so fun. Come on, stat. So, you get this... It's in here. Haha. You get this casket of tomes, and then it's like, you can search for nearby players. I can fight Timmy! I'm gonna go fight Timmy. Ooh, actually, really super duper quick. I am going to super duper quick put Fars on in my party. Because I haven't killed Timmy's birds today.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
And she's really good at killing Timmy's birds. Because then I do...
Dare to mess with me?
And then... Boop. So I am going to be... I'm really excited. Because I'm going to be building an actual team. I'm going to actually be learning how rotations and supports work. So I've got, like... I've got a sub DPS support and support / healer, and then main DPS. I'm actually learning, guys, and I'm very excited. So this is who I'm building right now. I'm mainly worried about getting Skara's artifacts, and then I'll just like go down the line of building them and getting good artifacts for them. But we're here to fight Timmy. Yeah, I killed your pigeons. Let's duel. Adventure challenge. Your support zone starts with 1 Timmy card. So the idea is you get 3 character cards in your deck, and then you've got 30 support cards? Is that the word? I don't need that yet. And these can be used for other things, and then you roll dice. You'll see in a sec after I pick my first character. I'm gonna pick Kaya.
This will be interesting.
And then there's a roll phase, and you roll dice. This was terrible. Yeah. Now you can pick some to reroll, and you can use the elemental dice for whatever character you've got. So I've got Kaya picked, and he's Cryo, so I needed the Cryo die. It only gave me 1, but I've got Omni Elements dice, and the Omni Elements can be used as whatever element you need. Yo, card game. Yeah, it's card game time. What does the Timmy card do? Triggers automatically once per round. This card gains 1 pigeon. When this card gains 3 pigeons, discard the card, draw 1 card, and create an Omni Element. Fascinating. Okay. What do I have here? I need 2. So this icon means you need 2 of 1 element dice to use it. Like this one needs 0. This one needs 0. One less cryo die for this. I might give you, and I might use that Omni die so I can switch to Sucrose. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then I'll do the... Does this actually apply cryo? I don't actually know. No, it doesn't. Never been more focused on a Genshin stream, I'm not gonna lie. So what's nice with this is that also if you have Genshin knowledge, it's really helpful. Like, the elemental reactions are all the same. And, like, the characters, knowing the characters. And, like, I can look at this very easily. Like, I can look at the artifact ones. There's, like, 7 different artifact ones, because there's an artifact one for each, element. And I can look at this artifact and be like, that is the cryo one. I know that off the top of my head. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna use this. Because I'm going to switch...
Whoa! Amazing!
Hello! Hi! Welcome to the Reverb Chamber, Crow Kid 666. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for following. Am I going to switch? Hey! Hi! How's it going? I'm gonna switch to Sucrose anyways. Because I don't need to spend any dice, and I've got 3... Oh, I've got 2 Animo and an Omni. Me, Avery. Hi, Avery. How are you doing? I'm playing Genius Invocation. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him. I'm just gonna do it.
Absorption test.
Saw you were streaming and wanted to jump on. By the way, I need your advice. Hello. Hi. What you need? Right. And I'm going to end my round. Whoever ends their round first goes first the next round. And I'm out of dice, so I ended my round. How best to grind primo gems? Well, you see. Have you completed the Archon quest and everything? Because the Archon quest quests are gonna be the best, honestly. I'm trying to pull for Scar. the quests are gonna be the best. Do your dailies every day. Exploration provides some. I also I also use the oh, what's it called? Welkin. I also get Welkin every month, so that's also a thing. This is draw 2 cards. This is heal your active character before the round ends. Target character's normal attacks cost 1 less unaligned element. Explored all of the available map. Haven't gotten to Inazuma yet. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, my best advice is quest. I've got a bunch of pyro days. I'm gonna switch to D, Luke.
Let's finish this swiftly.
And if you're not subbed, you're gonna get bonked with an ad in about 5 minutes. I apologize, it's just to disable pre-rolls. They run every 30 minutes. Okay. We go with this. Good, great. And then I'm going to switch to Kaya.
Ready when you are.
Because I can use... Oh! Thank you for the 22 months, Jake, who's in the other room. Thank you. I appreciate you and your prime.
Freeze.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm out of dice. I also need to end my turn. Or end my round. Oh, and before this other ad goes, I'll do my personal ad. This is a sponsored stream. So, if you've ever wanted to play Genshin, or thinking about playing Genshin, or you don't have an account on your phone, I would greatly appreciate it if you would use my link or my QR code here and download Genshin on your phone, and create an account and get to AR6 or 8. That's a great, fun, easy way to support me playing my favorite game. And yeah. Genshin Impact's a lot of fun. It's my favorite game to play right now. I've been playing since February, and I haven't stopped yet. I love it. It's a lot of fun, and they just added this TCG, which is a lot of fun. I've got so many Omni dice. No, Kaya! Heck. Alright, well, that's fine, because I'm going to switch to Sucrose. What if I did this? That doesn't help me. Alright, well. I'll just do this. Wait.
Absorption test.
Because the swirl, it'll hit him. Heck yeah. Get wrecked, Timmy! Alright, so I've fought all the NPCs, I think, that are just, like, readily available in Mondstadt. Every now and then, new visitors of great skill will arrive at the Cat's Tail, seeking worthy rivals in a game of cards. Face and overcome them in matches to earn player XP and lucky coins. Dreamer found lethal. Can you guys don't, perhaps? You know, I get worried about them sometimes, and then I'm like, Chip is on his back. I don't think that's how cats fight. I think they would keep their stomach protected, actually. So you know what? I think it's fine. He's on his side. They get angry when I shut the door? That's wild. They want your company, Jake. How dare you shut them out? Chip, who are you scaring? You're not scary. You can puff up all you want, but you're not scary. Jake opened the door and they immediately stopped. That's so funny. Barbara?
I don't know
Not
much about
lying.
Genius Invocation TCG, but everyone looks so happy playing it, so it has to be fun.
Jake shuts the door and then they just go back to playing. They immediately stop. They will go after each other in a few minutes. Dan is already on his side. Guys, he opened the door. I'm gonna play Cheating Invocation TCG with Barbara. I got so distracted. Okay, alright. I don't need that. What does this do? I also don't need that. Alright. I don't understand them either. They are... feral is what they are. Sure.
Ready when you are.
Oh, Barbara's got her animated card. That's cool. Why need door open? Because if it's not, they can't see you, and that's bad, apparently. I'm keeping the pyro ones because my goal is to use Kaya's skill and then switch to D-Luke and use his skill for melt. But I can't do that if it doesn't give me the things. Hold on, wait, I can do this. Because I'm probably not going to use that, and I'll just use elemental tuning. Okay. Barbara?
Cool it.
Cool it. Either side uses physical damage or piercing damage was dealt. An elemental reaction was triggered. This card gains 1 inspiration. When this card gains 3 inspiration, discard this card and draw. You used so many things! I am just trying to read, Barbara. Elemental damage was dealt. This card gains 1 qualitative process. When this card gains 3 qualitative progress, discard this card and then gain 3 different basic elemental dice. And then I think I have this one. Spend 1 less elemental die for switch character, yeah. Do I have a thing? Yeah, I do. Here we go.
Let's go.
No! You. Alright, whatever. I mean, I'm not using these dice, so I might as well just use strategize now, plus they already ended their turn. Shift 1 energy from at most 2 of your characters to on standby to your active character. Okay. I could do that right now. I could switch it to... Yeah. What if I did that? And then next round... we good. Mana efficiency. Mana efficiency pug. Why? Why are you guys like this? I don't want to reroll those, but at the same time I kind of do. For more chances for Pyro Days. I will keep 2 of them. Heck! Alright, well, we're gonna be... we're gonna be discarding some stuff to give me another Pyro die.
Freeze.
Ow. I don't need this because I don't have anyone who can use a polearm. Elemental tuning. Then this. And the goal is to switch to Barbara. Not to Barbara, to Sucrose. I was looking at Barbara. What are you playing? You have so many things here. What is happening? I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna switch to Sucrose.
I can do it.
Then, wait. Weapon, equipment, okay. I don't have anyone who shares weapon type, so I can do some elemental tuning. And that means I can do this. Yeah. Okay. End round. I honestly didn't pay attention. I didn't see when Barbara ended her round. Okay. I still got Sucrose up.
Let's dance.
What does this do? Okay, these are support cards, these are summons. What does this do? Heal all your characters for 1 HP and your active character gains Hydra application. Takes 4 of the same type. That would use all my Omni dice. How much does this do? That'll do 3 damage. It'll switch in Kaya. Alternatively, I switch to D-Luke.
Let's finish this swiftly.
And use D-Luke's burst. And take out Mona.
My reckoning has come.
And then switch to Kaya. No. I think I just take Kaya's. I think I take these 2 cryo and give this to Kaya and then end my round. I could switch to Kaya. But if I switch to Kaya, she's got Kaya out and he could freeze me next round. I don't know how freeze works in the TCG, but I kind of don't want that because I've got Hydro on me. I'm gonna end round. I've got D-Luke out, so that's good. Alright, we'll take it.
Dodge this.
Yeah. And then... I'm gonna use this because it doesn't cost anything. I might as well. And that takes Kai out because of the vaporize.
Not done.
I'm gonna switch in Sucrose
I...
because of my
I can do
3 Animo dice.
Stand clear.
She's gonna get healed, but that's fine. It's just by 1. That actually might be useful, that sword. Depends on what dice I get here. I'm gonna re-roll those 2. Another Omni, okay. I mean, I think Sucrose...
Let the show begin.
Sucrose might be able to take Barbara out. Yeah, there we go.
Absorption test.
I did it!
I feel a little weak.
This is so much fun, you guys. You don't understand.
Looks like I
I'm having a
still
great
got a
time.
long way to go.
Murder achieved. Ooh. Complete 1 tavern guest challenge. Purchase a match invitation letter at the card shop. Oh. Oh. Are these all in here, or is there one that's not here? Yeah, there's only 2 more in here, so... Hold on. Oh, wait. What? Oh, there's another room! Oh, okay. Hello. You guys look busy. I was gonna go to the shop. Actually, I was gonna go here. Invite character. Who do I want to invite? I know it's locked. Okay, alright, okay. Okay. Send me invite a character on the player list to a duel. You must expend 1 invitation letter to do so. Afterward, you will no longer need invitation letters to invite the same character. Character invitationals are divided into friendly, fracas, fracking, and serious showdowns. Character will have a leisurely duel with you. This duel will contain 3 challenge objectives that must all be met for the challenge to complete. Once you succeed in this challenge, you will obtain this character's character card. That's how you get the character cards. No, not fragging. Once you reach player level 7, you'll be able to throw down with this character for real. It will come at you with the care of one facing a difficult opponent. And their own character card will start with an artifact or talent card equipped. Take the harsh challenge on and triumph. Which one? Okay. I don't know who I want to invite. It means I need to determine whose character card I want. Hold on. Let me look at the shop real quick. This is also like the Duel Master. He's the best. Oh, ask about player level. Level rewards. Primo gems. And a match invitation letter. And a Mondstadt card back. Oh, I forgot to apply a card back. I don't know how to apply a card back, but I know I have one because I went and collected Cecilia specifically to get the Cecilia one. How do I do things? Deck. Is it in my deck editor thing? Deck design settings. Here we go. So here's the Mondstadt thing. Here is the Cecilia thing that I got. I specifically went and collected Cecilia's to get this because I like Cecilia's. Card back? No, card forward. Okay, so the only difference is that like between this and the default deck is that I've collected maybe a couple new cards of of these. And yeah, action cards, they're called. And I also have Fischl. So for right now, I'm just using the default deck. Um, until I get some more things that I can actually change. So these cost 1,000. And you can also buy these once you get to level 5. And that's just, the dynamic skins are just like, the characters move on them, and then when you use their burst, they actually do like an animation for it. It's really cool. Okay, I'm not gonna buy any cards yet. I am going to continue. I'm gonna do another card fight. Hello. I don't need that. D-Luke.
Let's go.
B-Luke. Buffonstat. Plot Finterested Fin Vital Fitat. And it's just like Morse code. A BAP? I didn't actually like do anything here. Duel. I might do this. That might be useful. I don't know. I'm gonna draw 2 cards, actually. Strategize. Okay, hear me out. I do this. I switch Kai in for free.
This will be interesting.
I, next turn, give Kaya a sword. And then I also... I don't need to heal. But this is... use this 2 at the end. Okay, so maybe I do this instead. And that way, I've used up all of my dice, and Kaya is close to his burst. Is it a claymore? That's a claymore. Gotta go, but I'll be back if you're still streaming later. Thanks again. No problem. Good luck with your farming. What happens at max glowy star points? Oh, so it's energy, and you can use the character's burst. Hold on. Let me finish the rolling phase, and then I will show you. Can I have some cryo dice? I got 2 cryo dice. I might have to, anyways. So you've got the basic attack, the character's basic attack, you've got, the character's skill. These can both be used at any time as long as you have the correct dice. But the burst, you need to have enough energy. So, like, D-Luke needs 3, Kaya and Sucrose both need 2. So I'm going to... No, sorry. I'm trying to do this. Elemental tuning to get me another cryo so he can use his skill and just take this guy out. And I don't have enough dice to do anything else, so I'm going to switch to Sucrose.
I can do it.
And we're gonna take another guy out.
Absorption test.
Absorption test. Oh, I should have done this first. Oh well. I'll just end my round now. Dope. Rude.
Ready when you are. Freeze.
I was gonna use this burst, and then I'm like, what's the point? I can just take him out with the skill. I expect you to be so good at playing cards. I'm great at it. Oh, they added they added a battle pass thing for the TCG. That's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go do some more artifact farming. I might come back to this later. Who knows? Yeah. The card game's so fun, guys. New available player to challenge. Well, hold on. Hold your horses. I'm going to go and farm some artifacts. Hello. Hi, Dan.
The wind rises.
Oh, actually, real quick, I thought of something. Because I showed this to a couple people last night, but, if you look at Scar's hat here, and you look at that plate behind Catherine, they have, like, similar patterns. And so we were joking about his hat just being a plate that he's balancing on his head. I think it's really funny. It kept falling off, so he's got these counterweights. That'll give me 120 if I use one. I'm doing math. Okay, I need to use one more. Alright. Yeah, one more. Dude. Good practice for form. I just thought it was really funny that it literally looked just like that plate. He's got a his hat is a multi-purpose tool. It's a hat, it's a weapon, it's a plate. I know he won't let me use it as an umbrella, but he uses it as an umbrella just by default.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
I think this is the first, like, thing where I've ever had, like, a team of all 5 stars. Usually I have at least one 4-star. Do I get another thing? Oh, okay. It is Friday. I should look at more of those weekly things. After this, though.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
Mind potato. Squall fury.
What happened?
Behold. You dare to gaze upon me?
hit the wrong button.
Oh,
Did I just level up his friendship? Level up his friendship. He talked, and that was a different. That wasn't one of his like idle lines. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! He's friendship 3. What did I unlock? What did I unlock?
oh. I'm well aware that many, many people will want to seek me out and settle the grudges they've built against me in my past life. Fine by me. Come one, come all, I say. As a matter of fact, I'm somewhat looking forward to it.
Love him. I love him, guys. Guys, are you aware that this is my favorite character? And I love him. Oh, before we start this domain run, it's time for an ad in 5 minutes, which means it's time for me to start the ad early. We're doing a sponsored Genshin Impact stream. So, if you don't have Genshin Impact, or if you've ever thought about playing Genshin Impact, or you just want to make an alt account on your phone, I would really appreciate it if you use my link to download the game on your phone, your mobile device. And if you get to adventure rank 6 or 8 on your phone, that would help support me. Today is the last day to do that. I mean, technically some of tomorrow. I think when I started the stream, it said I have 16 hours left. So you've got some time into tomorrow. And I would just greatly appreciate it. It's a great way to support me and play my favorite game. Genshin is so much fun. I play it, like, all of the time. Like, genuinely, my friends will be like, what are you up to? And I'm like, what do you think I'm up to? Because it's just, like, that's how often I play. Everyone knows that I am constantly playing this game.
Squall and Fury. You're dead.
Yahoo!
Useless. The wind rises. Unsight insects. Useless. Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here.
Brace yourself.
Can you, like, get down from there? Thank you. Ooh, I got 4 artifacts this time. Nice. This would, like, be an alright artifact if it wasn't for the healing bonus main stat. Oh well. I think it's really funny right now because I have, he's borrowing Hazel's artifacts, so when I'm looking at artifacts, any, like, good ones I get, I'm, like, just throwing them onto Hazel so I, like, remember which ones, so I don't have to look through them all. So, like, when I actually get some good artifacts, I'm just going to switch them.
Squall and Fury. Bow your head. That's far enough.
Here we go.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Brace yourself.
Too slow.
I'm gonna check something real quick. Alright. Oh, that's fine. I've still got, like, 241 slots left for farming artifacts. I don't know how many artifacts I get every time, because that takes into... I only look at the 5-star ones, but you get, like, 4 and 3-star ones as well from farming.
Mind the daily.
Time for takeoff.
The wind rises.
Wretched vermin.
I meant to do that before he was out of Kuguryoku points, but, it's whatever.
Let's play.
Lament. Boring. Worthless. Worthless. Worthless.
In case anyone was wondering, I'm not looking at the other artifacts that, like, I know I'm not looking at the stats on all of the artifacts I get, but it's because I'm specifically farming one set and I know which ones they look like. So I just don't bother looking at the other set right now. If I end up being like, oh, I need to build someone whose best set is that set, then I will look at them later. But I'm just not right now.
Kamisato Ari. Suiyu.
Think you can get away?
Squall and Fury. You're dead. Know your place.
Yahoo!
Behold. Boring.
Alright. Farm some artifacts. I think I'm going to work on the new Archon quest. Because I want to. Because I'm just gonna, like, switch between doing different things. I mean, they actually need to navigate to that. Oh, so the idea was that we were going to go talk to Nahida, the Dendro Archon, to see if we could get more information about our sibling. And on the way to the Sanctuary of Sarasthana, these people were talking, and we noticed them talking, and that we were eavesdropping. It was a little weird, champ. But, you know, it's fine. I think we're just gonna go and do more eavesdropping.
I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems
Oh,
like the
hey,
kind of thing she'd
that's
know
me.
about.
Looking for me?
You're the traveler, you say?
Yeah,
Hmm.
what they call me.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
Yeah, if you don't believe me, I can just fucking leave. I was on my way to do something else.
No, no. Of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is
Crazy.
my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, so what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
That's really funny. Although I realized that my
Traveler, I
meter
hear
was
you've
messed
helped
up
many
leaning
people
back, but
a
I was
great
like
deal
stretching.
and been to many places. Would
Oh, right, it was at that
like to tell us
Tatarasuna.
about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Ah, I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
Oh,
Someone
it's
who dresses
Sora.
funny or
It's about
acts in
Scaramouche.
an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a
Sorry,
while.
I know
before
some of
disappearing
Scar's
without a trace.
backstory. I'm like,
Shortly
this is, they're
afterwards,
talking about Scar.
As Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Fairly certain.
Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Did you?
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Crazy.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Could it be Scaramouche?
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Funnily enough, yes.
Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners
Kaidahara clan.
of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall.
It was
I don't know the
Scaramouche.
details, but
Yeah,
taken
this
in
is...
light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
It is.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human, but a puppet.
It's Scaramouche.
A puppet?
Scaramouche. Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. Kabukimono. No, it must have been the Balladeer. I read that and I didn't get to read it all. Yes, we do. Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps their mouth shut.
No, The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree. It does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
So is your book just about the whole thing? Okay. I'm gonna read this. I normally don't read the whole thing. I usually skim these when I get these in quests, but it's about my favorite character, guys. Okay. Author Sawada, Extract 1. A man arrived in the Tatarsuna around 3 in the afternoon. From afar he spied laborers walking along the mountain roads towards the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. They walked like people convinced that so long as they reached the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract from it gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me? Sir Miyazaki, I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Miyazaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey, expression relaxed. Why, Katsuragi, Inazuma is the realm of the almighty Shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship, strode upon the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I have possibly faced? And what about the good news? There was some. Naturally, the two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with the other workers until the path's end. A young man dressed in a linen shirt and wearing a headscarf gazed into the dancing flames of the furnace before him. Now, the flames of a forge are unlike any other, for their intensity affects the resulting integrity of both metal and blade. So too, then, was the Flame Watcher, an unusual individual. At his fingertips sat a lizard, and on his face he wore a smile. The workshop was huge, and the furnace was deeper within. A reasonable person might think that there should have been many working alongside the Watcher, yet he stood alone. Only when Katsuragi and Miyazaki strode into the room did the Watcher turn. This Watcher was Niwa, an armory officer and administrator of Tatarsuna. Born to the Niwa clan, which served as one of the 3 pillars of the Ishin art, Niwa never argued with his siblings and was a worthy successor by all accounts. The post he received as a result of his high standing with those in power served as a statement unto itself. Miyazaki handed a well-bundled text to Niwa as he adjusted his expression and said, It is as you have said, sir, the elders of your clan in the city do not think highly of our plan, yet I still believe it to be worth a try. As such, I have found the proper vendors and procured the materials that you requested. Niwa studied the text and nodded. We should try some of these new forging techniques, whether Kaitahara says yea or nay. Katsuragi frowned, and with a sigh he said, Forging is a precise and difficult undertaking. You know this better than most, sirs. And still, you seek improvement each day with a terrifying drive. Should my lord Nagamasa hear this, the sourness in his face shall be hard to miss. Niwa smiled, replying, And how goes the forging of your lord's great blade, Katsuragi? My eyes and my brain move faster than my mouth can, so I have to pause and look. What's up, I just beat Kaien card game. I'm doing the Archon quest a little bit. I've gone back and forth between farming artifacts and doing other things. So it's not just a long period of time of me farming artifacts. So I'm just reading this story that this guy wrote. I should go back to lurk then. I probably won't be doing it for for now, yeah. I apologize. I'm sorry, Dahlia, if you don't want the spoilers. Love you. Okay. Katsuragi neither wanted to shame his master nor lie to his 2 friends, and yet he could not think of a way to deflect, so he groused. I see your ears are as keen as your hands, Sir Niwa. No apologies, it's good. Okay. The jokes of us unlearned men are as nothing before you. Miyazaki hid his grin. Upon hearing this, Niwa released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's palm. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby, their footsteps light with the celerity of youth. The head that peeked in was round, and in the light of the fires looked like an oiled jewel. The young man placed some boxed food at the side and nodded. Nodding, he prepared to leave. Katsuragi called out after him, What about your share? Aren't you going to eat it? The young man, upon hearing those words, found himself slightly at a loss. After a while, he answered, Very well, I'll try it. You're welcome to the food. We all eat the same fare, after all, Niwa said. The man nodded and left, seemingly deep in thought. Extract 2. The Kabuki-mono was by the coast. Sunset fell to the accompaniment of darkness. The bands of twilight showed themselves not, for in their place did thunderclouds roil, grumbling the omens of a coming rainstorm. Darkness filled the flesh of the sea, and the dusk bade the clouds to kneel upon the land, its supplication mirroring the Kabuki-mono, with knees bent and face pointed toward the waters. None passed that way, and none knew what he was waiting for in silence. Time passed, unmeasured and uncounted, till a black cloud suddenly tore free from the sky and began to circle the Kabuki-mono, bearing down on him like a nightmare. Though he was not aware at first, after his studying gaze was refined by time, he understood. This cloud had marked him from the very start. Outbound, a fishing boat grew near, the lights of its bow, flickering in and out of sight beneath falling sheets of rain. A mist unspooled across the area, stealing sight from the fisherman. Repeatedly he exclaimed, "It is but dusk. How are my eyes darkened? Is there anyone that can deliver my boat upon safe tides?" Like a falling spear, the black cloud reached the bottom of the boat and was joined in its bereftness of direction. Like a charging beast, they plunged into the shoreline. Scant steps away, the Kabuki-mono stood idle, slanting his head to study the grand wreck. Not but half an arm was left of the one who had cried out for help, and with a plop, it landed at the Kabuki-mono's feet. He crouched to better study the object, straining against the urge to take a bite out of it. Oh! Yet he did not, for the dark clouds swirling down had already picked the remnants of the ship clean. The Kabuki-mono stared at it blankly like an awakening dreamer. When he returned to himself, the clouds had scattered, and as if they had never been there at all. After the ship, could it have been struck down by a storm? Who was to know? Not the Kabuki-mono. Struck 3. Katsuragi rushed to the doorway and shouted, "My lord, things go ill at the furnace. I have searched for Sir Niwa, but there is no trace of him. And much time has passed since Sir Miyazaki left to seek aid, but he has yet to send us any missives. Look." Mikoshi Nagamasa turned slowly, his face grave as one attending a funeral. He spoke then, his words heavy-laden. "I wish not to say such words, Katsuragi, but Sir Miyazaki may never return." Katsuragi peered past Nakamasa's broad, stiff shoulders, beyond the windows. The clouds above boiled in waves of black, as if darkness now was the only weather, and might even morph into an abyssal beast and devour Tarasuna whole. Over 10 people had already perished. That was why. Katsuragi recoiled as if struck. Yes, it was coming back to him now, in dribs and drabs. That was why they had set out to seek aid. Miyazaki had been the first to set sail. The clouds had only just begun to form then. Traveling from Tatarasuna to Inazuma to ask for support was normally no great feat, and yet there had been no sign of his return. Then a second ship was sent, followed by a third and a fourth, till the Kabuki-mono himself had departed upon the tides under foul skies and ominous fortunes. It had been Katsuragi who had brought him back and treated him as his own, and it pained him greatly to see the lad go. Yet the situation in Tatarasuna was severe. Even should they sacrifice more lives, it would have been worth it to gain assistance from Inazuma City. Niwa was gone and none could find him. Afterward, Nagamasa led a search party into the mountains and the area around the furnace, all to no avail. Folk began to wonder if Niwa might have encountered an accident, but worry soon turned to suspicion, and they wondered if he had fled, unwilling to bear the sin of having caused these incidents. The people grew ever more suspicious, and Nagamasa himself strained against his discontent and fury. His face had grown to resemble the rumbling clouds above. Suddenly a figure flashed by. Their presence did not go unnoticed by Nagamasa. He drew his blade and cut, though he only nicked the silken veil the intruder wore. For a moment they swayed, and then, like a marionette pulled by strings, they moved behind Nagamasa, laughing darkly. "Are you seeking someone, my lord? Niwa, perhaps?" Nagamasa bellowed in fury. "You dare address Sir Niwa directly?" Yet the figure parted like a mist before his falling blade, only to rematerialize beyond reach but not beyond sight. A ghastly apparition indeed. "Was it you who slew my people?" Nagamasa howled and charged. It was held back only by Katsuragi's desperate grip. As his senses returned to him, he realized he was but an inch away from falling into the furnace. Oh. And the rest of this work remains unfinished. From the existing text, however, it is apparent that this is a novel of fantastical, colorful sensibilities born from an imagination well utilized. Fascinating.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
Okay. Okay, before I read this, I'm gonna go get some water. My throat is bothering me, and I just read all of that out loud. So I will be right back. First time ever I hope you enjoy. I'm not. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm kicking third imposter after this. I'm kicking him. I'm kicking third imposter after this. I'm tired.
But yeah, that's why you saw me.
Oh god, now they're fighting over who did it.
I'm kicking third imposter after this.
That's hilarious. But yeah, that's why I had to kill Cat there, because Cat literally saw me vent because
I don't know what's gonna happen when I do this, but I really don't want to do this. How are you guys timing these so well?
I'm spending my vacation at a lot. Whoa, my testicles! Oh, tentacles. I definitely misread that.
Hold on, I gotta add a quote. You can read while I do that.
That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. Easy steps to enlarge your tentacles. Gotta love a really long tentacle, alright? Click on link to find out how.
Rose of the standard English of the salt water. We meet again! But this time, blow up, bitch! Alright. Can't wait for you guys to react to that one. Bap! Get fucked! Oh my god, he's fucking dead.
Wasn't moving, but she sensed this.
It really is, huh? Just super duper quick.
Changed to more useful folks. I'll give you something to swirl. That was a euphemism.
Was it? I couldn't tell. I'm okay, I was busy today.
Man, I really like Risk.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, I like the game. I mean, in general, I like the game Risk.
I haven't played enough of it.
I wish we'd got to set up properly, though.
Yeah, I think there's probably a way to do that.
Where the fuck am I? Where did I come from other than my mother's loins? What?
What did you just say?
I was trying to think of a word to use for piglins, but then I realized it's just regular old pussy.
It's just regular old pussy, dude.
God, how vanilla.
Oh no. Alright, I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest to find honey slime. Beak of the fucking devil. Hello? I have. Thank you. Oh?
What? What the
Abby! I'm crying! Stop walking toward. Hello. Hi. I also went to the bathroom. I'm back. Okay. Also haven't eaten dinner. I might have to order food. This text belongs to a series of works sponsored by the Vahimana's Veil Cutter project. It is yet to be numbered. Author Akava. Abstract. The Tatarasuna area has always been a major pillar of Inazuma's smithing industry. 2 incidents have occurred here, and the details behind the first are vague at best. I believe, however, that there might be a hidden history behind the events that transpired. Hence, this paper will attempt to analyze what may have unfolded from the available data. Glossary. Tatarasuna era Raiden Gokuden, Mikoshi Nagamasa, Kabukimono. What does that actually say in the... Okay, there's like actual things here. Alright. Introduction. This paper continues and expands upon the works of my mentor, Mr. Rumi, in his report on the happily hidden tales of Tatara Suna, and is intended to further his avenue of research. According to the data, the blade forging techniques of Inazuma were originally handed down from the Electro Archon, also known as the Raiden Shogun. Using the arts they inherited from their Archon, the people of Inazuma devoted themselves to the process of forging. However, strange rumors that do not quite fit the steely nature of metalwork yet linger about Tatara Suna, which was a central pillar of the forging industry. There, the Mikoshi and Niwa clans, along with an eccentric puppet, serve as the 3 windows of insight we need to investigate the truth behind what happened. Okay, body. If you're not subbed, you're going to get bumped with an ad in about 5 minutes. I apologize just to disable pre-rolls, but I'm going to start the ad early, and tell you, if you have never played Genshin Impact, or you have been interested in Genshin Impact, or you don't have an account on your phone, I would greatly appreciate it if you would use my link, or this QR code here, use exclamation Genshin in the chat to get the actual link. If you download it on your phone and you get to adventure rank 6 or 8, that's a lovely way to support me. The sponsor the stream. You have until, I think, 11 a.m.-ish tomorrow, EST, to get to adventure rank 6 and support me with this link. I greatly appreciate it. It's my favorite game right now, and I love it. Right now, it doesn't look all that interesting because I'm reading, but it's not like a lot of reading usually. There's more action and stuff. I'm just actually really interested because this is about my favorite character. It's a lot of fun. They just added a trading card game. There's new characters coming out pretty much every update. We actually got drip marketing for new characters for next update as well. New. The Alhaitham's already in the story, and Yaoya is actually new. We haven't seen her in anything. I think there's voice lines about her, but it's a lot of fun. I like to collect characters that I like. And yeah. I'm gonna go back to reading this now. Okay, strange notes from the Tatarasuna area. Their contents are as follows. 1. Perhaps I overstep, but I think Sir Nagamasa's mood grows better when he forges blades. The obsession to cleanse the stain of the name Mikoshi must eat at him. Also, Sir Katsuragi discovered a nameless eccentric while patrolling around Nasuchi Beach. 2. The inspector bought a certain number of jade steel ingots. Sir Katsuragi discussed matters of smithing deep into the night with the vice armory officer. 3. We at last made a single Nagamaki. We call it the Daitatara Nagamasa. The inspector was in high spirits, and he and the vice armory officer, Nozomu, was so taken by the beauty of the Daitatara Nagamasa that he drew a picture of it, and he performed a sword dance with that wandering eccentric. And we could not find that. I assume these notes, they're just notes that they found, and they're like damaged in some way, or you can't read it, all of them, so that's why there's just like excerpts. And we could not find that eccentric. The inspector flew into a rage and slashed Katsuragi. The great blade cut deep into the flesh, cast his own Nagamaki into the furnace of flame. Nozomu could not abide by that order and drew the completely melted weapon out of the furnace. He was horribly burned. Nozomu died that night. I dare say that while Sir Katsuragi may have committed maleficence? I don't know how to say this word. It was out of the goodness of his heart. 6. Kinjiro hid the Nagamaki in Nozomu's drawing in the arsenal. Nagamasa is harsh, but also knows right from wrong. But even so, he is not amenable to reason. His name indicates one obsessed with purity. Still, I and some households of Tatarasuna have not been blinded by the matter of Nagamasa's mother, Chiyo, and we trust him. I also remain unwilling to forget the joy of creating the I'm so sorry. Daitatara Nagamasa with him, and that joy of watching that nameless eccentric perform that sword dance with Katsuragi. 7. Before we withdrew, we should have divided the arsenal key into 3 parts, one for the inspector, one for the armory officer, and one to be left in Tatarasuna itself to prevent theft. But we were in too much of a hurry, and neither the inspector nor the armory officer could be found, so I was so bold as to hide the 3 pieces within treasure chests in Tatarasuna. 7 notes mentioned prior have been scattered across the Tatarasuna area. Among the 7 notes, 6 of periods, though the gulf in years between them needs to be verified. The contents of the first six should also be related to each other, as the incidents mentioned are quite consistent with one another. Rumi once mentioned in Happily Hidden Tales of Tatarasuna, hereafter known as Hidden Tales, that in the past researchers from Sumeru had investigated the cultural histories of Tatarasuna and Inazuma. Though the place has fallen into some degree of disrepair since the Hidden Tales were written, things have improved since the time when I wrote my original article. Regardless, what used to be an area of major industry remains a place most inhospitable, and residents of Tatarasuna may be found living and dwelling by the waters. The residents, when questioned, told the researchers of Tatarasuna's golden age centuries ago, when it the yokai who are so very characteristic of Inazuma's folk histories. A small portion, however, repeatedly mentions the word puppet. It should be known that puppets are neither traditional nor common yokai found in Inazuma. This fact drew the attention of the researchers to delve further, and eventually the following pieces of information came to light. A puppet did once appear in Tatarasuna. Its visage was elegant and its apparel impeccable, and the way it dressed hid all the joint lines on its body. If no one were to mention that it was indeed a puppet, it would be hard to tell at all. Additionally, this puppet seemed to possess special joint lines that would fade with time, potentially even disappearing altogether, which would perhaps eventually make the puppet seem entirely human. That's why we can't see his puppet lines! Because they disappeared, and they're magical. Oh, that's so cool. The name of the puppet was known to almost none. Some folk claimed to have spotted it appearing around Tatarasuna, while others mentioned encountering it with the central regions of the area. Some even claimed that it would frequent the beach. Tales spread of it standing beside the sea and gazing across the waters toward Inazuma City. What it was that the puppet was gazing at remains a mystery. As mentioned earlier, the 6 notes all document a certain nameless eccentric. The eccentric, which can also be read as Kabukimono, is usually used in Inazuma to refer to a figure who dresses or behaves in a peculiar manner. It is understandable, therefore, why this character would have left such an impression. Should the people of Tatarasuna indeed have had a puppet in their midst incurring mass panic, a good possibility considering that the coexistence between yokai and humans in Inazuma at large, then the puppet would have very likely become a local resident. What is less well known is if the Kabukimono was just another title for this puppet, perhaps because it was uniquely dressed to distract attention from its more special characteristics. A workable theory, but one that still lacks enough evidence to support it. Still, it can be retained as an analytical lens of sort. I'm so sorry to whoever's trying to join my world. I'm busy. Normally I would let you in, but I'm busy. A list of individuals related to Tatarasuna have been compiled here based on historical documents from Inazuma. Starting from the administrators, the records are as follows. Armory Officer Niwa. Full name Niwa Hisahide, I think is how you would say that. He was the inheritor of the Ishin art and successor to the Niwa clan. His family, along with the Akame and Kaitahara clans, were together known as the Ishin Sensaku. Records show that Niwa was a modest and intelligent individual who displayed remarkable talent in the administration of territory and people. His eventual whereabouts are unknown, but he was suspected to have left Tatarasuna with his family following the incident. Vice Armory Officer Miyazaki. Full name Miyazaki Kaneo? He was Niwa's second in command. His origins are unknown, and he primarily assisted Niwa in forging and personal management. He was of affable temperament and had many friends in the region, including one Mikoshi Nagamasa. Speaking of, Inspector Mikoshi Nagamasa. The successor to the Mikoshi clan, adopted son to Oni warrior Mikoshi Chiyo, and younger adopted brother to Mikoshi Michihiro. Also known as the Iwakura the Successor. With his mother missing and abandoned by his brother, Nakamasa alone bore the family name, striving daily to wipe the shame from their history. The records state that Mikoshi Nagamasa was a stubborn figure. He is also noted to be a person of moral virtue and integrity. It has been noted in various records that he practiced forging swords for self-cultivation, and specially requested special instruction from Miyazaki to further his capabilities. However, after the famous blade Daitatara Nagamasa was forged, he used it to slay his subordinate Katsuragi for reasons unknown at the present. Subordinate, Katsuragi. Katsuragi's full name and background remain unknown. Despite all of the materials I have sorted through, I have yet to find any more additional personal information regarding him. As one of Mikoshi Nagamasa's subordinates, he was a loyal warrior who had been saved by Nagamasa in his youth. From then on, he swore to stick by his lord through thick and thin and give his life in service if it was but asked of him. Kabukimono, full name unknown, background unknown. From the many sources I have compiled, combined with Rumi's personal observations, this character might have been the puppet mentioned in the rumors. The Kabukimono was a figure of fashionable grace and gentleness. According to the hidden tales, he was brought back to Tatarasuna by Katsuragi and became a member of the community. When the Kabukimono first arrived in Tatarasuna, he knew nothing of cleaning, cooking, or any work of meticulous nature. The locals taught him their skills over time, showing him how to clean his attire, dance, and craft small trinkets. Records state that the Kabukimono was there when the Daitatar Nagamasa was forged, though his trail ends before Mikoshi Nagamasa slew Katsuragi. I believe that the Kabukimono was indeed the aforementioned puppet, and that he quite likely had a hand in Katsuragi's death. Since the rest of the paper remains unfinished, one thing is for sure, though, a lot of thought, was put into it.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
That's really funny.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
Stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
Are we gonna go talk to Nahida now?
Thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
I really don't give a darn. I don't give a darn about your essay. I just want to talk to Scaramouche, but talking to Scaramouche will inherently lead me to information for your essay, and I have a feeling I'm going to help you anyways. Yes, I never call him the Balladeer. I can only call him Scaramouche.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
Probably.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
I wonder if Nahida's gonna be like, yeah, no, go ahead, I don't care.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
My boy!
Hey,
what's wrong?
Did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
It's him!
Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
I got so excited. And then I'm gonna chase after him as him. Where is he? Hello? Nahida! Look at me, I'm the boy. Baby.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hold on, I screenshot. I love him. I take screenshots of characters I love when I see them. Sorry. Can officially say you've had a couple watch you as they hang out. That's gay. How y'all doing, by the way? You gays. Nikita's just been giving him therapy. Calm down.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
We're also playing Genshin, Ash? Alright. Having a good time? You're doing some investigation in Irminsul. Ooh, I forgot that that's what this was actually going to be about. I was like so focused on Skara that I was like, haha, this is about Skara. It is about Skara, but it's also about investigating Irminsul, and I totally forgot about that.
A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
I trust him. I trust him. I trust him with my life. Trying to get to Adventuring 6. Oh, did you use my link? That's so sweet. I'll cry.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
I would never, baby.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the
No.
job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Hold on, I'm taking screenshots. I will never stop.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Nahita's like, I already got one in therapy. I don't need another one.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
She knows. She's the god of knowledge. She knows what she's doing.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Anyways.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? You mean, he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Oh. I'm gonna cry. He hurts my heart, guys.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly
No.
clear.
No.
Don't you? And they're your friends.
I don't object at all.
You'll be siding with them.
I don't object at all. Please, don't listen to Lumine and Paimon. They don't speak for me.
Yeah, obviously.
Paimon, shut up! Paimon, shut up!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
He's over here, you know the like standing guy emoji? That's exactly what he looks like. Just with like a big hat.
Alright, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Thank you. Nahida gets me. Nahida gets me.
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category.
Interesting.
This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
Right.
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Fascinating.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
That makes sense. What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Him.
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Like, I know she's talking about Ether. She's talking about Lumine's brother. But my heart's desire is Scaramouche.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
The fraction of a former Harbinger, specifically the 6th Harbinger, and if I've understood correctly and like heard correctly, they are like ranked in order of their power. And like the top 3 are like pretty much almost like godlike in their power. And he was number 6. There's 11, so like he's a fraction of the 6th Harbinger's power, to be specific.
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be able to help.
Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
I'm
gonna end up doing like this entire quest today, aren't I?
It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
It's him.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug?
Why do you have to be so mean to him?
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
I just had a thought. Okay, so right now, he doesn't have his vision. He's not in his new, like, outfit. Are we gonna see him get his vision? I'm going to cry, guys.
I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Paimon, I need you to know I already have him on my team. I main him. This is not... He's not going away.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
He called my eyes pretty.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
I don't want to say either of these. I would rather be nice to him, but whatever.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those quests that I don't think I can, like, leave in the middle of.
Wow.
Ooh.
So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Don't mind my screenshotting, guys. Really, just don't mind it.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so... say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Ooh, what's that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm being a... Ooh, okay.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Locations chain look like we've been transported to another path. So don't touch it. Got it. Place is indeed unusual, but it seems the balladeer is more used to it than I.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
I mean, he's got a point. We're literally in Irminsul, which is connected to the, like, entirety of Tibet. It's all information in Tibet is stored in Irminsul. So, like, pretty much, right? Like, there's not a place to mess around. He's got a point.
What a huge tree!
Center of Irminsul, all the information in the world is flowing through it. Exactly.
Yes, Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
If you're not subbed, you're gonna get bumped with an ad in 5 minutes, which means it's time to do my ad. If you're unaware, we are doing a sponsored Genshin Impact stream, which is my favorite game. If you ever want to play Genshin Impact, or if you just want to support me by playing my favorite game, use my QR code right here, or you can do !Genshin in the chat. The bot does it every 10 minutes-ish. So yeah, if you download the game on your phone through my link, or through my QR code here, that will, and you get to Adventuring 6 or 8, that will support me with this sponsorship. Genshin Impact is a lot of fun. I'm playing through the new Archon quest right now, with one of my favorite characters. My favorite character is Scaramouche. They just added to TCG. You can wish for your favorite characters, you can fight bosses, you can build your favorite characters, and it's just a lot of fun. So yeah. Back to this.
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Paimon? Also, what the heck? He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui. First Akaba and Sawada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Ida, is this a telepathic conversation? Yes. Are we in DMs? Yo, we're in DMs with Paimon? Or not with Paimon, with Nahida right now? We made our own group chat, y'all. Guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others. Maybe that's because he's done his entire existence.
Mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand.
So she is putting him through therapy. That's what's happening. He's in therapy with her. Nahida's like, I see everything that's wrong with you, but you still need to understand that and work through it. You need to work through your trauma, my guy. I see all of it.
Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Party's TI. Wait, what you saw in the Balladeer's mind while in Party's TI?
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh.
He's got trauma.
Nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out,
Funnily enough, this is like that's just how he like reacted to everything that happened to him. It's turned him into this guy. Funnily enough, that's how trauma works.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Tell Nahida about the story of Kaba and Sawada are writing.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
The Gethe. I forgot she called it that.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Are you jealous? Are you jealous, my guy?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
Oh, God.
So, have you found anything yet?
I'm on.
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage.
He's so sassy. I love him.
Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous data?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name. Niwa was the man in charge of Tatarasuna. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of Ishinart.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose, they are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
Got to rank 6, why no update? No! Why is it not updating? I'm sorry, Ashton. I just pulled Scar, I'm currently screaming. Nice! Heck yeah! Love that. Good job. I'm honestly, congratulations. He's so much fun to play. I'm sorry, Ashton. I don't know why it didn't update. Hold on, let me look at something. Let me look at the stream elements thing. Thank you, I love him. Me too! If you haven't heard all of my, like, screaming about how much I love him. It's all I've been saying. I've just been very happy through this entire quest.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And
Such a little lad.
Great honor to befriend you all.
Such a sassy man. So snarky. I love him.
Say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
My good sir. Is this the sassiest? Is this that what do you mean sounded a little bit like Oz? I know they use some of the same voice actors for like NPCs and stuff as like the PCs. So I'm curious. I could be wrong. It could be a completely different person. It's just like that last bit sounded a little bit like Oz.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way.
Also, this is definitely the man we saw in Scaramouche's like backstory video cutscene thing. Like, this is definitely the man. So
What
like,
have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with the Shogun.
Seek an audience with the Shogun?
But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
Also, I did order food, so I will have to grab that at some point, because I am hungry.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Really? You're just now getting that.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have?
Are you gonna stab him?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
To stab you? With that knife on your back? Yeah. That's what I thought.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
What?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Am I crazy? Or is that Dotori's voice? Am I crazy? I'm like bad with voices sometimes, but the voice definitely changed. That's a different voice now. And it kind of sounds like Dottore. I'm losing my mind, I think.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
This is Dottore. Experiment.
If you
The
must
voice
know,
change.
I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
Alright, yep, okay, cool.
I'm a Fatui.
I wasn't being crazy.
Call me the Doctor.
I'll call you Il Dottore.
What do you want?
That does make sense, though, because when I was doing the Tatarasuna's quest in Inazuma to calm down the furnace, the Fatui were, like, getting in, if I remember correctly. That it's been forever, so I could be remembering completely incorrectly, but there's, like, a field around the furnace, but I think the Fatui were, like, getting into said field. Or they were trying to? I don't remember. But if this actually makes sense, though, because if it had to do with the doctor, the Il Dottore, then... And he's already a Fatui Harbinger. This is also, like, 500 years ago? How old is Dottore? Are all of the Harbingers just, like, old? Other than, like, child? Because, like, Senora's old. Scaramouche was a puppet. Now we know that Dottore was here with the Tatarasuna stuff. Fascinating.
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
It's Dotori. He's gonna do no such thing.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
He had a whole spiel about using people earlier. Scaramouche did. Oh. Obviously, Dotori didn't tell him what Niwa said because Dotori's evil.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
Oh, yep, there it is. I was waiting for one of the glitchy moments for him to turn back.
Jester,
I figured this would
I have
happen.
completed the task you gave me.
Jester.
Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
So this also confirms that Piero is also old as heck.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
So this is like when he became a harbinger. Got it. Oh, I forgot that Scaramouche was watching all of that. Oh, oh no.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore!
Oh. That's that voice line from the live stream. Crying? No, don't cry.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
The someone behind the Tatarasuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? You looked like you were gonna cry, my guy.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
Give him some time to process his emotions.
This is part of Scaramuche's therapy, guys. That's all that's happening.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
Oh. Right, because the story was that Niwa killed his underling or whatever. I don't think that happened now, obviously. That was the doctor.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired
Also, I
by
gotta grab my
cold-blooded
food.
murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
There we go. Now I'm back. Hi. Okay, I have food now. I'll try to keep my munching to a limit. But it seems to be a lot of story, so it should be fine.
He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now I would know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden 100 years ago. Yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can can you choose a new path forward.
Dotori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Hey, everything alright, my guy? What's happening? Okay. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
How are you, my guy?
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
I am worried about you, but obviously these two aren't. We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan. Sure, whatever.
I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
If you're not subbed, you're gonna get bonked with an ad in 5 minutes, which means it's time for me to do my own ad. This is a sponsored Genshin stream. If you have wanted to play Genshin, or you don't have a Genshin account on your phone, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd use my QR code right here, or use exclamation point Genshin in chat. I don't think it's happened in a minute, so I'm going to do it myself. Genshin. Whoops, that's... my caps lock is on. There we go. You can use my link in chat, or this QR code, and if you download Genshin on your phone, you get to Adventuring 6 or 8. My cats are fighting. Not fighting, they're playing. If you get to Adventuring 6 or 8, it would greatly help me out. It is my favorite game, it's a lot of fun, and I'll be showing you some other things after I get to a good stopping point in this quest. I just thought there would be a better stopping point in this quest. Can you guys not? Like, maybe don't.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Right, because Irminsul only keeps information on things in Teyvat. The Descenders aren't from Teyvat. Which is weird, because Ether isn't counted as one of the Descenders.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
You have info?
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria
I think I
was
had
his
that
first
thought.
destination when he arrived in this world.
I think I had that thought when, oh wait, no, I had the thought that it was about the Abyss, not Conria. But I had the thought that it was the Abyss was the reason, that he isn't counted among the Descenders.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
So, Piero? Wait. Yeah, Piero was a royal mage in Conria. Which is interesting. Although I think there were already theories about him being from Conria. I think there were joke theories about him being related to Kaya, but like, interesting.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
He has a smug smile.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Hey, what are you doing, my guy? You got real glitchy there for a sec.
What
What are you
Lesser
doing?
Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
What? I mean, I'll do it. I would do it, no question, but I'm confused.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Oh. Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
No. What? Why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Oh! I completely forgot everything about Greater Lord Rukadavata, just like Sumer. That was poor taste. Wait, that look, did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukadavata. I think by not denying it immediately, I gave him the answer.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Are you...
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh my god.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
What are they doing?
I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
What is he doing?
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow. Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Don't hate everything that happened. Oh boy.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
I'm like so invested right now. I'm just like, ah.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Isn't there anything I could do?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Ah.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
So, because the whole thing with that conversation, it wasn't really a conversation, the question has to do with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Is Limine going to be able to say anything about what he asked? Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata now and focus on the Balladeer. You tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you and what he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life!
Well...
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Yeah, I mean, he did say the names were nothing. They were gone. What the fudge? Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
I'm just guessing. It's definitely never happened before, erasing someone from Irminsul.
My head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
But I love him. Paimon, have you considered that I love him?
There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Yeah. Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people at Inazuma would be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gokuden. Kazuha, Ayato. Will this mean that they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
No.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad.
I'm really glad I already ordered food and have been eating because she would be making me hungry.
Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple
Balls.
layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
Is it sleepy time? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about.
Getting so worried about the situation with the Balladeer, and then you started listing foods.
The Balladeer? Is that a food too?
Ooh, no! He didn't do it, did he? Someone doesn't remember the Balladeer? That must mean he actually pulled it off? But how do you have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the Balladeer. Is a nickname or something.
Don't worry about it. This is really happening. I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Let's get over there first. Holy crap, did he actually pull it off? Oh my god. Alright, well, I think now's a great time to end. I have been going for over 3 hours now, and I just kind of want to chill and eat my food. And I think that's a good stopping point. It leaves y'all at a cliffhanger. And if you want to find out what happens else in the quest, try that again. If you want to find out what else happens in this quest, I highly recommend you download Genshin Impact. And if you want to support me while doing so, this will be my last time I talk about this. If you want to support me while doing so, use this QR code or the link in chat. Download it on your phone and get to Adventure Rank 6 or 8. And I would greatly appreciate that. It would help me immensely. Support me. But either way, I love Genshin. It's good. You already know I already know I'm playing. Have a good one, Echo. You too, Avery. If anyone's still here, I would greatly appreciate you sticking around to raid, because I don't know who I'm gonna raid yet, but I'm going to raid someone. So sticking around for the raid, I would greatly appreciate it. I might raid Riz. But yeah, so the sponsorship ends tomorrow. So you have until tomorrow, probably around 11-ish a.m. EST to use my link. Hello, I'm still here. You were good background stream. Good. I'm glad. But I'm going to raid Riz. Riz is playing Splatoon 3, and I love Riz. They're great. Raid. Subraid. Oh, no, that's not correct. Subraid. So if you're subbed, you can copy the one with my emotes, or you can copy the other raid message. Go say hi to Riz. They are lovely. And thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thanks for the support through this sponsorship. I've had a great time, and yeah, I love you guys. Super proud of you. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. I will be back on Sunday for finally getting back into Skirmish Sundays with Jake. Hopefully we can finish Stardew soon, because we have so many plans for so many different games. And I would like to get to some other games than Stardew Valley. So yeah, I love you guys. Goodbye.
Oh, did the random fall? That sucks.